there, welcome back for more Weather Second News. So this is going to be a bit different. This is not a new tornado prediction. I wish I had more, but I haven't got any. But this is mainly going to focus on a history of tornadoes. So I'm going to be going back to a certain year that I believe you guys deserve to know about. This has been written before, but I don't think any of you guys are into this stuff, but I believe you guys deserve to know a little interesting history of a certain tornado season on a specific year. So to start this off, I didn't ask for this, but Spirit thought it would be nice for me to know about this. I think this was actually a couple days ago that I got this, so this is going to be really bizarre. I was actually laying in bed and somehow I was actually getting this really weird data from Spirit. So this might sound very strange, is that I was actually laying in bed and my eyes were partially open, but what's strange is that usually I don't think I was in sleep paralysis either, so whenever my eyes are like partially open, there are chances where I will see a spirit, like spirit energy, like any source of light, but this is where it gets really strange. Spirit was giving me all these graphs of data that I didn't understand what they meant. So I was like, I don't get what this means. Can you give me a little more on that? But I don't think Spirit can give me more on that. But I did ask Spirit, like, if you can give me more of a tornado case that's happened in 1925. But instead of Spirit giving me that, Spirit gave me a number 1973. And all this data here, I didn't know what this was, but I felt like Spirit was trying to tell me these are all these company brandings that I believe that were destroyed. So when I first started that, I was like, you know what, I gotta search this up and see how bad this year was, which was 1973. And I gotta tell you guys this, I'm actually very surprised about this particular year that I'm searching about. Tornado season of 1973 had the most tornado count in U.S. history. I did not know about this. In fact, it wasn't the even the deadliest year, even though it was a deadly season, but it wasn't like it wasn't very very traumatic, I would say. So the fatality count was not as very high, but it was still pretty much a handful of numbers that people have lost their lives. But the injuries, I was like, wow, that is just extremely high for a tornado season to get that much. Now, there weren't that many extremely violent tornadoes, but there was just a high rate. And in fact, this was actually the first time in the first year that the U.S. had this this cap rate of 1,000 tornadoes. It was the first one that broke that record. Now, 1973 was definitely the craziest season so far in the U.S. It may have had the highest count in U.S. history, but it didn't have that many deadly tornadoes, even though it still kept the highest count record in history. And I'm surprised it wasn't even like one of the top deadliest, but it still remained a deadly season. So, but everything changed until next year, and this is where the 1974 year comes up, which I won't get into too far in that, but I'll give you guys a little history lesson of that. So that year remains to be the second deadliest tornado year in U.S. history. If you guys are wondering which one is number one in the deadliest history for tornadoes, 1925 still remains to this day as the number one top deadliest in tornado seasons. What made 1974 so bad? It was the fatality rate. I don't really know much about the injuries, but I know 1974 was extremely terrible. And we don't know if any new tornado seasons in the future will ever rival or even try to break the new records for those old times. Anyway, that is it for the history lesson for you guys. I know this might have been a little bit kind of weird for me to talk about, but I believe you guys deserve to know about these old times of how tornado seasons were like back in the days. I don't really know a lot, but at least I'm grateful for Spirit for telling me that. But hopefully this wasn't lying to you guys. Love light to all of you. As always, stay shine out there. I'll see you guys next time.